I need to feel your energy today from start to finish.
Come on, let's go.
Let's crank this thing up. You get real ferocious, I'm trying to tell you.
Turn me up all day.
From the locker room to the broadcast booth, breaking news and the truth behind every take from a real NFL insider and television analyst.
Now get ready for the NFL show where the conversation gets real and the fans get a voice. It's time for the Lake Lewis Jr. Show here on ESPN Radio.
And that's football.
Welcome, everyone, to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you joining us as always. And it's Friday, so you know what that means. We have the best supporters of the Burgundy and Gold joining us, and we have fun with this. If you're just joining us for the first time, you get a chance to vent, you get a chance to praise, you get a chance to basically talk about whatever it is you want to talk about in the NFL, and specifically the Washington Commanders, because as you can tell, there's a lot of Burgundy and Gold in this group right now. So what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this great Friday?
Good family.
Good. What's going on, man?
No complaints over here.
All right.
What's happening?
We made it through a week. We made it through another week, and I think everyone's starting to feel really good about the Washington Commanders and the moves that they've made. And what I want to do is, as we always do, we ask the question and everyone gets a chance to chop it up and go around the horn with this. My question today is real simple. Who out of the free agent signings for the Washington Commanders do you feel like is their most important signing? And then secondly, you can follow it up with the same question and you can answer both together. The second one is who do you think will be the most impactful of all the signings that they've made so far? So who do you think is the most important and who do you think will be the most impactful? It could be the same person. You know, I'm sure a lot of you might think it is the same person. So we'll talk about that. And then a little bit later on, of course, we'll break this thing up into some teams today. And I'm going to keep with Shauno's great suggestion from last week where he said we go across the board, and make the teams that way. So each week we're going to have different teams, so if you're used to winning like me, it doesn't matter what team you're on. So you guys already know how that works. And then the most important thing is try not to go off your video, because when you do, it scrambles it back up and it'll mess up the routine of what we have. So if you have to step away, just mute your video. That's all you have to do is just mute your video. So that way your block doesn't get moved around. So everybody's cool with that, I hope. All right. So let's get right into it. What's up? Let's go with let's start with our newest guest today. As we welcome each person in every week, we have some new people showing up. This week we have Little Gerard, as I'll call him, because his father is a mainstay here in our group. So Little Gerard joins us. Appreciate you coming on today, Little Gerard.
Thank you.
All right. So what do you think as far as the signings, and who do you think is their most important signing, and also who do you think might be their most impactful one when this thing is all said and done?
So honestly, I love all the signings we've done. I think the most important one, and the only reason why I say it's the most important is because I'm thinking about our offense, and I know how much work we need with it. And I think that tight end we got, Chig, I honestly think that's a savior for JD5 because he loves a tight end.
That was good right there.
And I personally think that's his number one ace as a tight end. And with Chig, the way that he's gonna be able to move, the way he's gonna be able to actually catch the ball and run after he catches the ball, unlike we all know who, I think that's gonna be a good thing for us. I think on offense it's gonna be fire. So that's definitely, I would say, for the first question. And then I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember your second question again. What was it?
Who do you think is their most important, and then who do you think will have the most impact out of their signings? Sounds like you might think it's the same guy.
Okay. Honestly, I would say that, but I'm gonna go defense this time.
Okay.
And I think that linebacker we got is gonna be a huge
Leo Chenal. Yeah.
Yes. I think that's gonna help shape that defense. I mean, yes, I know we got Bobby Wagner that could potentially come back, but in my opinion, we're looking for the future, and this guy can be our future, and I think he will be our future. So that's what my answer is.
All right, good stuff, man. See, isn't it great when we have a new participant and then they come on first? And it's not to me to put you on the spot, it's to me
Yeah,
just to show love and welcome you to the group. But then
absolutely, and I
they
appreciate it.
always knock it out the park because a couple weeks ago, Miss Jen came on for the first time. And I had people texting me, hey, who's Jen on there? She did really good. So I'm sure I'm going to get the same amount of love for little Gerard just now. So good stuff there. All
Appreciate
right.
that.
So let's keep it moving along. And speaking of Miss Jen, let's go ahead and go with Miss Jen. What's up?
Hi.
Hey, what's
Hello,
up?
Hi.
hello. How you
Um,
doing?
that's so funny because I was so self-conscious when I
Hmm.
first started, and I was like, and then I listened to myself again, and I was like, oh, I hate the way I sound. Anyways,
Nah, you did
um,
just fine.
I look forward to it though, and I'm so happy to meet Mini Gerard. I'll call him Mini anyway. Anyways, he's not so mini, but
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
yeah, I honestly love your dad so much. When they started free agency, I was like, because he's so positive, and I'm like, let's do it for Gerard. Anyways,
Oh,
um,
that's awesome.
I honestly, before you said yours, I was gonna actually say Leo and Chig because I love
There you
Leo.
go.
He's so, I mean, they're all really excited. I also think the guy that, what's his name, Rashad, Jaden's
Rashard
friend.
Rashard White.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rashad White.
Mhm.
he seems really excited to be playing with Jaden again, which, if someone's played before with you, obviously you have something. So that could be really good too. But I'm with you. I love Leo and I love Chig.
Nice, nice. Good answers. Good answers so far. All right, so let's keep it going with the theme of I'm gonna go with Big Gerard here.
Oh,
We can't
I
let your
wasn't
son
expecting that.
upstage you. He's off to a fresh start, a really good start.
I mean, um, can we say the coaches?
Sure, you can say
For,
whatever you want.
okay, cool. I mean, for me, it's both coordinators, the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator, David and Devontae Jones.
Mhm.
They give me so much hope. I see something totally different in both of them, something that Washington has been missing for years. The youth aspect, they want to be teachers.
Mhm.
They're going to bring a different philosophy. So that's why I'm so excited about all the new free agents that we brought in, because between both press conference with the two coaches and with the players and the talent they're bringing, I can already pretty much see their vision coming. So for me, my excitement is those two guys.
Nice.
That's and now I'm seeing the players with it. So I'm putting my answer together for both of them.
And
That's my
you,
answer.
you know what? That's a great answer. And you know what I've noticed is that everyone, when they talk about both coordinators, it's about how aggressive they're going to be, but more importantly, everyone's like super excited, because let's be honest, and this isn't to dog anyone or throw anybody under the bus, but they're not here anymore, so we can say whatever. Um, the coordinators that were here, Joe Witt Jr. and Cliff Kingsbury, the thing that stood out to me about both of them at all times, even when things were going well, they didn't adapt to anything. They didn't change anything. So like,
Exactly.
so if it was going well, it was snowballing going well. It was great, but nothing ever changed. And the thing that you hear from guys now is that they're just looking forward to seeing how this new setup is going to be put together. And they have an idea how it's going to be put together. And guys seem to be genuinely excited, like Gerard was saying, that they feel like they're going to be put in the best positions to
Mhm.
excel and be their best selves. And that's all we've ever asked for. We hate to have to always keep saying it and going back. Some of you in here, well, pretty much maybe outside Lil Gerard, but most of us and Herb, but most of us in here remember the days of Joe Jackson Gibbs going in at halftime and out scheming people and coming
Yeah,
back out and they just mauled
yes,
you.
Absolutely.
We
I
haven't
heard all the
seen
Absolutely.
that.
story. Trust me, I heard all the stories. So, yeah.
yes,
We haven't
yes.
seen that. We haven't seen that in 30
Mm-mm.
something years. Shanahan, Gruden, you name it, they did some things
Go on.
well. But yeah, but come on. Yeah, but there even a scheme for that? But no,
Exactly.
they they didn't answer the bell, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing most importantly right
So,
now. And I think having some young minds in the building, it should be so much better. So, all right, so let's keep it going along. Let's go with Miss Sheila. What's going on, Miss Sheila?
hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you as always.
Thank you. Um, I was gonna say the tight end as well and that linebacker.
It's
I
But,
mean, you can.
but
You don't have
I
to. You
know
don't
I was
have
gonna
to
say the
trash.
same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are the big pieces that we got. So to
Yep.
me, so that I was gonna say the same thing. And the schemer was the owner of the team. He was doing all this. He was doing all the
I
scheming for
mean,
them.
you gotta give Josh Harris some credit. You
yes,
have
you
to.
Yeah,
do.
we
He's
got
come in and done a lot. I
but I'm
mean,
not talking about Josh. I'm talking about who messed it up years
oh
ago.
well, yeah, well.
Okay, but
We
I
we
know
don't we don't
Josh
mention
is
that.
good
We
now.
don't mention him on this
No,
program.
no,
I
nope.
got it in
That
my
boy, like
contract with
that
ESPN that I
dude,
don't mention him.
I
that
know.
dude moving
I
like
can call his
Voldemort.
name, huh?
That
Yeah.
dude, he moving like Voldemort.
I love it.
That's
You
right.
just
I
you
mean,
don't
That,
mention his name.
I
it's
ain't tell
just
anybody.
amazing that you could fail at something for so long and get paid off of it. That's like,
Yeah,
hmm
but
man.
he kept saying 30 years. That 30 years was on him. So
I mean, the 8 billion he walked away with
I know.
was it worth the 30? I mean,
Yeah,
I never knew you could fail and get paid. I mean, that's
Ask
right.
Brandon.
If that's the case, I need to figure out how to do that. Because
I
I mean,
know.
Wait, Brandon,
you
what do
don't
you
want
call
to
it?
do that.
Failing upward. Failing
Failing
upward.
upwards, big
Yeah,
time.
he fell up the steps.
Hmm
I mean, I don't know how you can do that, right?
hmm
So
hmm
let's keep it going. Let's go, and I'm going by what's on my screen here. Let's go with Marcus.
Hey, Lee, how's it going? How's it going, everybody?
Appreciate you
Hi.
coming
Um,
back.
Pretty good.
no problem. Anytime, man. So I'm going to pick Odofe. I know I'm pronouncing his right name wrong. Odofe Owe
Hmm.
as the edge rusher. I want to say he's both important and impactful.
Okay.
I say he's important because obviously we needed an edge. I think he could be impactful because if he can, rush, get some pressure on the quarterback, that's going to help our cornerbacks, with coverage. The most important is Chig, the tight end. I think we need to give JD as much offensive weapons as he can possibly get. And I think, at least based on the last two seasons, the tight end has been his target and has been his scapegoat whenever he gets in trouble. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Good
Right.
stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go with Miss Erica. What's going on, Miss Erica?
Hello, hello. I missed y'all yet last week.
We missed
Sorry.
you.
Yeah, I was telling the gang that I was under the weather, but I'm back.
There you go.
Nice to be back.
Right
Yeah.
now.
yo,
Good, so glad to be back. And I watched last week, so y'all were great. Um, I want to say I'm not going to go with a free agent, but the one that we extended, which is Laramie Tunsil. That's our
oh
most
man,
important.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's a great answer right
What?
there.
What?
That was actually. That
That's
needs to be
good.
quiet.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
That's a great
Tunsil,
one.
and the reason
Hmm.
why I say that is
Yes.
because I watched some. I just recently subscribed to his YouTube, and I watched his video that he made, and I watched his press conference and how he has invited some of the other linemen to join him to work out, and I think that line is going to be something special this year. So I think that's most important because we got to
Good.
protect JD.
Amen.
Impactful. I got to go with the tight end. Chick. I, I I listened to his conference. I like the way he think. I like the way he believe in himself. I like the way he was talking about, you throw him a slant and people think it may be 5, 10 yards. He going 50. You know what I mean? So I like his confidence. I like his swag. I just like the way he believes in, the system. I like how he communicated to the fact that they wanted him. So I think he gonna go out there and just ball out. But those are my
Nice.
two.
Okay, nice stuff. And you guys know the beauty of me having this, this little tablet right here, where I can write stuff on here, is that sometimes you guys say things that are really, really good. I mean, most of the time you do, but I want to think you never do. But sometimes you say things that I'm like, you know what, I might have to borrow that for my show, for the radio show. And she said something as far as Laramie inviting people, inviting his teammates to work out with him.
Mhm.
And it just instantly, now you have like 1,000 things go through your mind in like 2 seconds. I literally thought to myself, is this Laramie's offensive line now over
Yeah.
Sam? Over Sam?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
no question.
I think everyone would think that, right? Like this is Laramie's one of the guys. This is his team. I mean, let's just call it like it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I said this last week. He might be the third most important player on this football team, and to me, it's Jaden. You got to go Terry just because of the longevity and his love with the fan base, and then you might have to go Laramie right there. Am I
Yeah.
off by saying
Yes.
that?
No,
Oh,
that's
No.
not
fair.
at
No.
all.
Yeah.
Not at
No.
all.
He's an important piece, man.
I
Yeah.
That's
mean, he
like he came
is.
in and he said he was Jaden's best friend. So
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you guys, that guy in the locker room is, when I say real, he's definitely a real one. And I say that like with all respect. He talks to you. I mean, we joke all the time, and we talk about fashion, all kinds of stuff. He loses most of the time. You make sure you tell him if you get a chance to tell him like said he beats you in fashion. But he literally is a guy that will sit around and talk to everyone. He's not bigger than the moment or bigger than the situation. And that's the thing you love about him, because when you come out there and you're mauling people out there, literally, but then you're like this laid back personality after the fact, that's the kind of stuff that they're building this team with. I think you guys probably have picked up on most of the free agent signings. First thing that jumps off the charts is they're all articulate. I mean, they
Yes, they are.
they all can carry a conversation. They all have personalities, and you can tell that that's a thing in Washington now. So when someone asked me before, uh, is it a thing, for Washington to get, a certain type of player? I don't know if you guys remember last year, I actually asked Lance Newmark in a press conference, was it a thing for him to get guys that have faith? And obviously they can't answer that kind of question, because if you don't, you're alienating some, and shame on you if you don't. But anyway, I know I just did that myself. So he literally said, no, it's not a thing, but there was a but in there, but we want quality people, quality human beings, which basically is the answer was yes, it is a thing. You guys know what that is, because you hear all these guys talk about their faith. They talk about God like openly. I don't have a problem with that. I'm sorry. I just, give me some substance, right?
They did say there's some kind of a standard for the Commanders standard that they added to the locker room, in addition to the name being, it meant something to be a commander, that there was a set of things that was important to them.
I'm pretty sure if they had to come up with a truth serum and come up with 10 categories of things that you have to check off if you're going to be a Washington Commander, I would go to the bank and tell you faith is on that in that list. I mean,
I guarantee you it was the players that came up with that too.
Yeah,
of course.
You're right.
Of
and
course.
Jaden is, he's cute. That's his main driving force, is his faith.
Back in Joe Gibbs, that was the same thing.
Absolutely was. They
Darryl Green. You had
all of them going to
yeah.
church. They were going to the chaplain during the week, and then they were beating, no pun intended, the hell out of you on Sunday.
RFK was another church.
All right, so good stuff. All right, so let's keep it moving here. Let's go with Big Bud. That's who's next up on my screen. What's up, Big Bud?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Good. What's going on, family? How y'all doing today?
All right, Big Bud. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. As far as important, I'm going to go with someone that was on this team before. I'm going to go with Tim Settle. I think the role he's going to play is going to be huge to Durante's scheme and what he's trying to be as far as versatile. And as far as impactful, it's a combo, and I'm going with the two secondary people, Meek and Nick Cross. Those two additions are going to turn that secondary around. And in Durante's defense, that they have to be on point. And I don't see how this is going to be anything but great for us. I'm loving it.
Yeah, that's a great answer. And you can tell that they gave Durante some leeway, right? You can tell
Yep.
that
Oh yeah.
these are his picks.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Adam,
Absolutely.
Adam made sure it fit in there. Josh Harris, like, what about me? Because I gotta pay these folks. But at the end of the
Right.
day, you can tell just the aggressive nature of these players. They
Mhm.
almost look like I could have seen them in a Minnesota uniform. I could have seen that.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
if anyone wanted to know what kind of defense they're going to be playing, I think we all know it's going to be downhill for sure this time. So
Oh yeah.
good answers there. Good answers there. All right, Greg Dashel, what's up, Greg?
Hey, how y'all doing, fam?
We
All
good.
right, all
What's
right.
No.
going
What's
on,
up,
man?
Greg?
How you
Going
feel?
on?
Hello.
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. It's great to be seen. You know what I mean? So,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
listen. My most important player to me was signing a Larry Thompson without, no hesitation type thing. You know what I mean? Because I think he's probably the biggest piece to protect Jaden, and we needed that. And I like one of my favorites that I think is gonna shine is the corner of Meek Robinson, man. I just love his grit, man. I can just tell that he's gonna be going at it. And I watched matter of fact, yesterday I watched the Minnesota game when he played against Jefferson. I watched him for 2 years, watching him playing against him. Man, he was in his pocket, bro. I'm telling you, his feet are so smooth. It's effortless. So I think in turn he's gonna help the defense out, and I think Mikey gonna be back on track this year. I would bet my house on that Mikey gonna turn out to be good this year because of the system he's gonna be in.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. All right. Everybody's knocking it out today. I love the answers for real. All right. So let's go with Shauno. You're up.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
All right, brother. How you
Doing
doing?
good.
Doing well, doing well.
Going on, Sean?
Good to see everybody.
What's up, man? You too, bro.
So most important, I'm gonna say Jeremiah Love.
Been saying it over and over, but he's not going to do it.
Speaking into existence, man.
He's gone.
Put it in the atmosphere.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Right.
Crazy. I've seen crazier things. Anyway, if not him, definitely Chig on the tight end. The security blanket for Jaden is always going to be good, and it's someone who can get some yak yards after the catch. And then for me, if we continue to deal with this wide receiver issue on the West Coast and him not coming into camp because of the struggle and the battle with the ownership and all that, I could see De'Ami Brown making an early impact.
Come on. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yep.
That's a good one. And you could tell when we talked to De'Ami this week, you could tell that he's happy to be back for sure. And
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he
you
is.
know, and I always look to see how people have matured as they've gotten older. And he didn't slander Jacksonville at all. He said he learned a lot there. He said he learned a lot there, but he's coming back out of his own mouth, a better version of
what he learned is that you can get $500,000 per catch. That's what he learned.
Exactly.
20 catches. 20 catches for $10 million.
I wouldn't be going to you if I made $10 million season. So.
And let's face it, his best football was down the stretch in that playoff run, and he used that to get a check. I mean, let's just call it like it is. He got paid a lot more money in Jacksonville than what was probably being offered in Washington. But for him to be back and be familiar with everyone and be friends with everyone, it's almost going to be like, you didn't see him leave, and I think that's going to help Jaden get that deep ball threat that he needs,
You can tell other people are happy to have him back too, because you saw the pictures, Mikey Sandstreet and Jeremy Reeves, and they were just happy. Yeah, they were happy.
Yeah, they were hurt when he left. I can tell you, a lot of people were shocked when he left, but when they saw, the bank account, they were like, oh, I see why he left.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, sometimes, as they say, grass isn't always greener on the other side. So to
Yeah.
be back in a place where you're wanted and be back in a place where now you are going to make some money, but more importantly, you're going to have that opportunity to be a big part of what they're doing offensively. How he'll have a role, a defined role in that offense. So that's good stuff there. All right, so let's keep it moving. Let's go with Miss Benet. What's going on,
Good
Miss
afternoon,
Benet? How are you today?
family. From sunny, hot to hot, Southern California, 90 degrees here today.
You got to rub it
Oh
in.
gosh, she always does that to us.
I did say too hot, too hot, too hot.
Well,
Okay,
we'll take that here.
okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correct.
Mhm.
Owen. Is
Oh,
that
wait.
is that how? Owen.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
gonna
wait.
call. I'm gonna go by his middle name. His middle name is Jason, so I'll call him Jason. I looked it
Yep.
up. His middle name is Jason, so I'm
Yep.
gonna go with him. And then I'm gonna go with Rashid White.
Mm-hmm.
I like the
Rashad.
fact that, yeah, Rashad, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I like the fact that he and Jaden are hooking back up again. I watched his interview and he seemed to be so excited that he's hooking back up with his former quarterback. So those are the two that I'm going to go with. Now I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at Facebook and all of these other podcasts and different things, I heard that they were trying to get Brian Thompson Jr., who used to play with Jaden and LSU. Is there any factual to that rumor?
Yeah, I
No?
mean, he might be. I think for the right price,
Okay.
Jacksonville might move on from him,
Okay.
but they're not going to give up a first round draft pick for, a bag of peanuts. I mean,
Okay.
No.
you're going to have to pay dearly for him. And if you're Washington, I don't necessarily feel like they have the resources right now, the draft capital, in order to make that trade. So
Okay.
I keep telling people Brandon Ayuk will be in burgundy and gold this year. I'm not straying from that. I'm standing by that comment because no one is going to trade to the 49ers for a player that they know will never play for them again. They're not
Right.
going to pick up his contract. No one's going to do that. So when he gets released, and it'll probably be post June 1st, so we got to
Yeah.
wait a little
Yeah.
bit. He'll be in Washington, and I truly
Okay.
believe that. So,
Okay. All right.
so yeah, hopefully that helps you feel better about a wide receiver, because I know a lot of people are still like, Washington still needs to get another wide receiver, and I still think that and I'm saying it right here on this show, I still think that Carnell Tate is in play at that number 7
Hope
pick,
so.
regardless of Brandon Ayuk. So just throwing that out there. All right. So good stuff,
Like, I
Miss
have a
Benet.
real quick question, Lake. I
Yes,
know
sir.
players can get together, go to Miami, catch the ball, throw it around. When is that cutoff to where they're not allowed to do that from different teams?
Up until you get to mini camp. So
Okay.
basically the end of April, after the draft, then mini camp will be coming up, and then it's real at that point. So I would probably say you still probably got like another month, and I'd be hard pressed for somebody to tell me that Jaden and Brandon Ayuk haven't thrown a football
Right.
with each other.
Exactly.
I just don't see that. And unless Jaden were to come out and say, "Man, my boy he's not ready yet. He needs some more time." I think Brandon Ayuk is actually in play, and I keep saying it. I know a lot of 49er fans weren't happy about me saying that, recently, and I know what I know. I mean, so that's just what it is. So, all right, so let's keep it moving along. Let's go with, so Eric's not in the building right now. Let's go with Big Herb, and then in the order I see on my screen is Big Herb, David, Ellison, and Brandon. Sorry, Brandon, that you were last, considering your beautiful other half was first, so, or second, but that's just
It's
the
all
order
good.
of this order of the screen. But just know, on the next round, you come up first. All right, so let's go with Big Herb.
What's good, everybody?
What's going
What's up,
on?
So,
man?
Good. What's
How you
good?
feel?
so
Going
since
on,
Erica,
Herb?
But so since Erica decided to steal my shine, I got to go ahead and find a different route. So
You can say
I
the
would have
same
got
thing.
no, I got to be different. I got to go ahead and give a better answer. So I truly do think that Laramie Tunsil was the most important because we got to make sure that JD5 is always standing up at all times. But if I'm gonna say what's important, that's not Laramie. And I'm gonna give it to Lake, my man over here. He keeps on saying that we're gonna have him. So I mean, why not BA? Brandon Ayuk. Go ahead. He'd be an important piece to go ahead and offset what Terry's doing on the other side. I'm sure we're gonna have to go ahead and get another receiver, whether it be the first or the third round pick. It doesn't matter. We still need to address it. But as far as impactful, I'm going to say then Lake, go ahead and say it. The UM sir. Come on with me, man. You
Chig
already know what
Okonkwo.
Chig, my man Chiggy over here, man. Because I mean, and
I'll say his
it's
name all day. I don't have to say the school. Chig Okonkwo, Chig Okonkwo. I mean, whatever. Yeah.
but no, all jokes aside, I think as far as his yak ability, because I mean, we always talk about how great of a safety blanket that Zach Ertz was. He's no yak Zach. I mean, if he gets like 5 yards after the catch, we're like, oh my God, he got something. But as far as just seeing what he did with no real quarterback, and I mean, because let's keep it real, Cam Ward was probably the best option that he probably had. I mean,
he was a rookie, right?
He was a rookie. So I mean, and we've seen what he did with Chiggy, and Chiggy can break tackles. He can go ahead and run up the sideline. I mean, if you need any indication of how he is yak wise, look at the game that he did against the Saints. Broke 2 tackles, took it up the sideline, spinned out of another one, and went to the end zone. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing because he finally has a quarterback who can throw it to him. So impactful, I think it's Chiggy. Important, I think it's going to be Brandon Ayuk.
And you know that the thing that's important to say about Chig is the fact that because he is such a great pass catching tight end and does as Herb said get yak afterwards, you really don't put the onus back on the receivers to always have to get it done, as far as big plays. Now you have somebody else that can work in the middle of the field that'll open things up for Terry and whoever is on the other side. And then you have these backs now that can come out the backfield catching the football. So it's going to put a lot of stress on defenses now to not, look so one dimensional and hopefully they get away from them bubble screens, where that's the only way you're going to make a big play, So I'm not saying
Not
totally.
Amari Rogers.
Yeah, but I'm not saying totally just scrap those plays, but I'm just saying don't make those your key plays, mix it up. So good stuff.
Like before you go any further, I gotta ask you, what's the over under on Diami getting how many screenplays he's gonna be getting this year?
I think it's going to be under. I think it's going to be under because they didn't bring him here to go to the sidelines, run to the sidelines. They brought him here to go down the field. So, and I think that's what they're going to be doing this year.
That's what Ford might be doing, though.
Hey, listen. Somebody asked me the other day, like Jerome Ford. I'm like, man, I'm trying to tell you, there was a time when Jerome Ford in Cleveland, he was backing up, I think, Nick Chubb, and he looked like one of the next coming, type of running backs. So to have him in the building with Rashad White, with Bill, and bringing back Jeremy, McNichols, I'm still saying this though. I'm with you on this, Sean. I'm still saying Jeremiah Love. If he's there at 7, I'm still taking him.
Absolutely.
He automatically becomes your second best receiver as soon as he gets on the
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be there at 7. So that's why I don't even worry about that anymore. Literally.
Nah. Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
So, like lately, last few days, I've been watching different streams and everything. And we had already brought it up here, talking about wide receivers. And in my personal opinion, because this is just my opinion, I can't speak for nobody else, but I watched us last year have a lot of no names. And we had a Robbie Chosen, and Chris Moore. And they were no
That's
names.
Simo. That's Simo.
Simo,
Put some respect on his name.
Okay. So we had no names. We had people that really, just came off the bench because we was all banged up. We had no. And personally, some people like Noah Brown. Me personally, I never liked Noah Brown. He was always banged up. So my point is, what I'm saying is, what we've already done thus far with the wide receiver room is already 10 times better than what we had last year. If those guys that we got right now actually stay healthy, if Terry stays healthy, Burks, Chris Lane, Luke, we will be fine. Even if Brandon Ayuk doesn't ever show up until the start of day one, cool. Get him. He'll get his reps. He'll play. Him and JD5, trust me, they are boys. Of course, they've been playing this whole time. Trust me, JD5 has easily said, hey, this is the playbook me and Blau have been talking about. Mind you, Blau and JD are also boys. They all around the same age. I'm 26, y'all. They my age. I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now. They already talk. It's easy. That's all I'm trying to say. So for all the ones that are really worried about the wide receiver room, understand, y'all. We're gonna be okay. Don't worry.
Damn, this is really Gerard Jr. This is really
Gerard.
Gerard.
I couldn't have said it better myself, man. And Gerard up there, hey Gerard, Big Gerard, if you need to wipe your eyes, man, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
I see they do cloning on the East Coast, huh?
Yeah, man. Because
yes, they do.
Who was
they
the
cloned
movie?
Gerard.
Who cloned Tyrone? Who cloned Gerard? Right, exactly. Listen, there's times where I want to say these things, like exactly what little Gerard just said, man. There's times I want to say it, even on the radio show. I want to say it, and I can't.
Right.
And it's like people are like, "Well, if you're an insider and you really there, how you got to say it?" No,
No, because I like my connections.
Yeah, because I like my connections, and I like the fact that I can go there. So,
exactly.
But what you just said, man, was rooted in facts, and it was rooted in common sense. I mean, if they're boys, do you think Jaden is going to throw to somebody that's got to roll around in the chair to get to the ball? I mean, come on, man. Let's use your heads here. And
exactly.
And then on top of that, I'm just going to say it. Rashard really showing up in Washington now. He's playing here. Where did he play in college? Arizona State.
Arizona.
I mean,
for a measly $2 million.
Yes.
And this guy is a starting
that tells you right there.
running back. He's a starting caliber
running
back.
I
said this yesterday, and I want to make sure we get to David Ellison and Brandon, of course, and maybe we'll talk about this in the next part. But I said this yesterday. We asked that question last week. Had they done enough in free agency to potentially think about moving back, from 7 if one of the heavyweights isn't sitting there? Okay, let's just call it that way. And I threw out a name that I think this guy's a phenomenal wide receiver, Jordan Tyson, from anybody want to tell me?
ASU.
Arizona State.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Jaden doesn't claim Arizona State, though. I will tell you that. He doesn't claim that. So
I wouldn't either if they came over there and cleaned out my locker like that.
They kind of did him dirty afterwards, and then he went to LSU. Jaden claims Jaden. You know, I mean, you don't even really see him rocking all the LSU stuff. But, there was a bet in the locker room last year, though. I don't want to put anybody out there, but the person did have to show up with a helmet on. And I asked Jaden, why you do him like that? And he was, he was running his mouth. So anyway, let's keep it going. Let's go.
Can someone check on Eric? Because he's been gone for. I just hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's at work.
He's at work.
That takes precedent. And he did get the memo. Remember, I told him not to take his screen off.
Yeah,
I know he was going to give us, the literally the locker room, but that's what
he kind of ghosted us a little bit.
He ghosted.
Hopefully he'll be back. Hopefully he'll be back.
He did. All right, so let's keep it moving with Dave Fernandez. What's up, Dave?
What's going on, League? What's going on, guys and girls? Man, I tell you, bro, it's To me, I'm gonna pick 2 units, not guys, but units. And one is half of a unit, which is the left side of the offense, which is the re-signing or the extent, the re-signing or the contract that they did with Tunsil, and the signing of
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I think that solidifies that left side, and not even the fact of mentioning Trent Scott. You know what I'm saying? But just seeing how the management is focusing on not only giving JD his weapons, but also making sure that he's got that protection and solidifying that line. So I think that's the most important to me, is that left side of the line. And then the impact, I'm gonna say, on the defense, that linebacking core. Man, let me tell you that the guys that they picked up, Leo, Tyson, and Odafe, right? Can you imagine how Luvu is gonna be this year with those guys around him? And the speed from sideline to sideline, the tackling is just gonna be. I think it's gonna be superb, because last year they were just lacking on the tackling,
Everything.
So I think those two are the most important and the most impactful. But before I go, one thing I gotta say is I gotta give kudos to AP, that he has created a culture where people want to come to Washington. The way that he's been treating his players, re-signing his players. I just saw Jeremy Reeves put up. I never felt wanted in a place like I do right now, and that's important because a lot of other players see that, and that's what's going to open the doors even more for people to come to Washington. So
You
I'm
know,
excited.
you know who Jeremy was saying that to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, to who?
Me.
Late.
I'm saying,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That was my
Mm,
question, and the reason why I asked him that was because I knew the scoop of what happened before, and y'all remember when Jeremy and Cam Curl were forming a nice little tandem, right?
mm-hmm.
And they were told that they were going to be in the building, they were going to be their safeties, and that off season they
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
out and got McClain from Miami, like literally, and changed everything up. So he had been he was he was being honest because he felt like he had been deceived for sure. And I'm not mentioning names,
Oh yeah.
but he said this was the first time he truly felt wanted. And that's important for guys. And somebody mentioned earlier, as far as it's nice to see players wanting to come here because of the culture and stuff. I also call that the Jaden Daniels effect. And I
Of
think
Absolutely.
course.
and
Yes.
I think
Absolutely.
we saw that, and we were saying that after year one. Watch, it's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to scoff at Washington if Washington doesn't overpay for them to come in as free agents, because that was the only way Washington would get free agents. Let's call it like it is. They would overpay them, and
Mm-hmm.
guys would come here, play with masks under their helmets because they
But
didn't want to play football. They just wanted to get paid.
well,
Well,
that's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Like that's why with like Rashad and Ayuk, people talking. Oh yeah, what kind of Ayuk you gonna get? What kind of Rashad? Man, let me tell you, those guys are excited just to play with their boy, so they're gonna up that game.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
just because of
Mm-hmm.
JD alone.
Yep.
And they
Mm-hmm.
also saw their boy get to an NFC championship game as a rookie. And last year, say what you want with the injuries, and it wasn't just Jaden, it was the whole team. I mean,
Team.
my
Hmm.
goodness, they were
Yeah.
running guys out. They were running guys out that I could have sworn asked me if I wanted paper or plastic, like when I was in the grocery store that week. I mean, it was it was last year. We had a running joke, couple of us in the media, just my folks in the media. Um, the running joke was, who the hell was that? To just walk
Right.
past you in the locker room, like,
Right.
and it wasn't just one; it was like one,
I
two.
know.
Like, I never saw
Mm.
that Joker. And then the irony is, maybe a week later, they weren't there. So it was that much
Right.
turnover happening every week. So for these free agents, You heard the question, and I tried to specifically ask a lot of them. If you heard any of the pressers, was Jaden Daniels, knowing that you have a franchise caliber quarterback on the roster, did that help you? I asked Leo that same question because he's coming from Patrick Mahomes, for God's sakes. And he said, yeah, it did. So for anybody out there that thinks that Jaden Daniels effect is not real, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. It absolutely is. All right, so let's keep it in. We got Eric back on here. So I did.
Yeah.
All right,
Welcome back, Eric.
But Eric, you got to wait for a couple more people to answer, and then we got you up. But it's going to be
save the best for last, Lake. Save the best for last, bro.
There you go. All right. So
I like that.
Ellison, you are up.
What's good, Lake? What's good, everybody? Good to see you.
All right, what's up, Allison?
All right.
What's up, man? Most
Ellison?
important for me is I'm going to repeat what Miss Erica said. She hit it right out the park first time around with Laramie Tunsil. I know he technically wasn't a free agent, but it's good to bring him back to protect Jaden's blind side. One of the best offensive linemen, not just on the team, but in the league, period. So having him back in the fold for the next few years is a great thing. Most important, I think, is going to be, I'm going to split it up a little bit. I'm going to say Amik Robertson from Detroit. Not only can he just play the game, I think he has a dog in him, and I think that can reverberate throughout the locker room too. He can bring a little swag and a lot of confidence to that, not just secondary room, but the locker room period. And the other half is going to be the guy who's not here yet, who's being held hostage by his team out in San Fran. So I think when he gets here, I think he can make a definite impact just because of the relationship he has with Rashad and Jaden, and just getting back to proving people wrong that he actually does know how to play football.
Right.
Yeah, when he was healthy, he was ooh-wee. You could legitimately make an argument that he was just as good as Terry, being out in San Fran. So if you can get that version of him or something even remotely close to go with Terry, man, Terry will have the easiest life ever, something that he hasn't had. It was supposed to happen with Debo this year, but with injuries and whatever, they really, you never got a chance to see Batman and Robin together. You just never saw it. So now you could get something else. Herb is the superhero guy, all that stuff. So what would Ayuk and Terry be if Ayuk was healthy? Herb, I'm asking you. You're muted.
Yeah.
What would that be?
If they were, the cliche one would be Batman and Robin, but I mean,
like that'd be something better than that.
yeah, I got to think of something better. I guess this dynamic duo, they're not really the cliche, the what's the name, the actual tandem, but Iron Man and Captain America. Because I mean, you got one's the Cap. I'd say Jaden's probably Cap, or but a little bit of swagger Iron Man, and then you got what's the name, just the utility guy going out as what's the name, Brandon Ayuk. So I mean, you can't go wrong with those two.
Okay. I know you're the movie head of the group here, so if you guys ever need a movie reference, that's your guy right there. Yeah, the Avengers. Yeah, that's your guy. All right.
Or the Wonder Twins. I mean,
I remember that Wonder Twins powers deactivate, form a winning football team.
Form of a Lombardi trophy. So
man, you're going back. You're going back. You're on way back, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey,
all right,
real quick.
Yes.
My fault.
That's okay.
Are they, just a question, are they going away for training camp this year, or are they going to be in the Ashburn?
I haven't heard anything about going away.
Okay.
I tell you what,
if a Dallas situation.
No, I mean, I tell you what, no. Look, I traveled so much last year. You don't know. People like, man, well, you're going to travel a lot this year too, and I am. But I understand it. But last year was just, my God, man. Like, can we keep something at home? Just something. So let's keep it moving here. Let's go with Brandon, and then after Brandon, we'll go with the invisible man who's gone again, Eric. So let's go with Brandon. What's up, Brandon?
What's up, guys? Welcome, Gerard G. Little Junior.
How you doing? Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
I'm roasting out here in the valley. It's a hot 95 out right now. It's
man.
hot. So I really like this one. I haven't heard his name. Is Charles Amenahue? Is that how you say his name?
Amenahue.
Amenahue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I watched that guy, and I remember when he played us this past year. I mean,
He
what
destroyed
he
them.
brings, he just brings what Gerard and I always say: dog mentality. And
Mm-hmm.
we need dog mentality on
Mm-hmm.
that defense. We need a bunch of dogs. I want capital defense from 91, 92. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want straight dogs just punishing people. And then I think it's probably his most impactful. I think it's got to be, I wish I could split those guys in half. Chig and Leo. I mean, those guys are amazing. But I'm going to stick with the defense. I'm going to say Leo Chanel. I think that guy's going to have a huge season, and he's going to have a big role. And they're filling that gap for Wagner, and I think he's going to blow it away. So yeah,
Good
that's
stuff.
why.
Those are awesome answers there. And so Eric's not there, so we'll keep it going into, and
I
Brandon's
think
Oscar's here.
we got Oscar. He showed up.
Yeah, Oscar came in.
Oscar. There he is, my guy. There we go.
How y'all
What's up,
doing?
brother? How are you?
Good. Like, sorry, I'm a little late.
No
Hey,
worries. No
Oscar.
worries. No
Early
worries.
morning.
Greetings from Istanbul, Turkey. Well, I'm gonna copy Brandon, I guess. Like, Leo Chanel is definitely, gonna be impactful. Because last year we had a hard time stopping the run and everything, and he looks like a stronger, younger middle linebacker who can help us stop the run. And after seeing that awful injury of Zach Ertz, it's obviously amazing to have Chig in the team. So I'm really excited for those two names actually.
Nice. Okay. All right. Good stuff. All
Hey,
right.
Lay.
So
Hey, Lay.
uh-huh.
If I can intervene real quick before you go to the next topic. We about 4 weeks ago, one of your questions of the day, I think it might have been a tiebreaker question, and we had a big talk about it, but I want to bring it up a little bit right now. We talked about, it was when we lost Tyler, and you asked a question like, what was like the most impactful thing for the Commanders? If it was the running back room,
Okay.
or was it the offensive line?
Okay.
Right? And we all had a big conversation about it. And I was kind of like on a hill by myself a little bit. And everybody was talking about, oh, it's the offensive line. That's the only way you can open the run game. And then I asked the question, are you talking about the Commanders? Because I said our offensive line, in my opinion, was our best unit last year. And I said, right now, the proof in the pudding, we pretty much brought all of our offensive line back. The only person we missing is just the center. They got a game plan going forward. And I said, not one player. It was the running back room. We brought in one old guy back, and we brought in 2 new people. The offensive line is fine. That's not our weak spot. That's our strongest spot. And now with this new coaching, it's going to be even stronger. With JD5 being healthy the whole season, the offensive line is going to be even better. The center is very important, and we're going to make that work. That's why I was so adamant in trying to, speak for about a month ago. It's the running back room. We got to make that stronger because at that time, all we had was Bill. We didn't have anybody else. In the offensive line, we were just missing the center. Everybody else you're going to bring back. And a couple weeks later, I feel the proof is in the pudding. And they still haven't done anything with the center yet, but they will.
Okay.
That's all I want. I just want to put it out
toot his
there.
own horn.
No,
Toot your horn, man. Toot your horn.
Miss Erica,
you know what?
I have been having to do standalone ever since a lot.
Yeah.
From October on. That's why they talked about Bobby Wagner earlier.
That's not true.
I've been doing some standalone a couple times. I had some supporters too, but I've been doing some standalone. That's all I'm saying.
But guess what? I'm gonna still say this. That center spot's still more important.
Well, we still need it. It's there. But trust me, it's there. But you see what the team put emphasis on. That's all I'm saying.
But this the thing. I will say this about the running back room. Although I am pleased with what they've done, bringing these pieces into the running back room, two of those guys aren't guaranteed to be on the 53-man roster. I mean, that's a fact. I know we think Jeremy will make it. Jerome Ford, you would think he would make it. They're not guaranteed.
I don't think Jeremy's going to make
it. Especially if we draft Love.
That's
right.
what I'm
That's why I
saying.
don't think Jeremy's going to make it.
If we get Love, Jeremy gone.
Yeah, Jeremy
that
out
right now.
Jeremy out.
I think this is the thing.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. I think Jerome will make
We get Love.
Ain't Jeremy the oldest one?
No.
Jeremy a baller though.
Jeremy is a culture guy too. He's part of this culture. That's why they keep bringing him back. And I think Jerome Ford could be the guy that has to show that he can do it. If they were to draft the Love, okay, that's what we're talking about right now. Those four are there, but see, this is the thing. Both those guys have experience being on practice squads too. So I could easily see one of them being on the practice squad, and then they're just they'll come up during the season or something like that. And this is, like I said, this is only if they were to go out and get Jeremiah Love, because then you would have to. You're not carrying 5 running backs on the roster.
And also, like, this is the reason why AAP has been signing these low contracts. Because I mean, if I don't have, there's no pressure to where I have to start you if you're only making $2 million. So
exactly.
I mean,
do you guys hear that screeching at all?
No.
Perfect. My glasses are blocking it out because
I don't hear nothing.
I'm here outside the window here. There's trains going by, literally, and this one. It's like I can tell they see these lights up in here, and they just stop right outside the window, and it's like it's screeching really bad. So I just want to make sure y'all don't hear that.
Is Eckler coming back? What they gonna do?
No, he's traded.
They didn't trade him.
No, they didn't trade him. It's just
that Achilles is looking like roast beef right now. So that's the reason why.
That's the way he was jumping on it yesterday.
I mean, listen. After I ruptured my Achilles, 2 weeks later, I took my thing off. I was walking around without it, and I shouldn't have because I got atrophy out of it. But you can move after the surgery. Like you can literally. You can jump. You can do things.
He was pulling up weights and jumping up and down on it. That's why I know
they professionals, but it's a whole lot different from when bodies are falling around your legs.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's a whole lot of mental approach to it on that. So just to answer Miss Benet's question, no, he's no one's expecting him to be back in Washington at all.
They went to another team already. I thought he went to another team.
I don't think so.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Hey, just putting it out there. Keyword is tendonism.
Yeah.
Tendonism? Is there such a word? Is there such a word?
Yeah. That's how that Achilles looking right now.
All right. I might take that.
Quick question. In regards to the receivers, right? It's inevitable that Ayuk, once they let him out of jail, he'll come over here, But I just heard, or I saw that Juwan Jennings is coming for a meeting with Commanders.
Right.
And what's your take on that, or what do you know about that one?
Yeah, I mean, he's another former 49er, and Adam has an affinity for those guys, and he loves their toughness. And one thing you will say about Juwan Jennings is he's a dog for sure. He's a dog that likes his hands to fly too. So,
but is he a $20 million dog? Is the question.
Bingo. And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see that unless he were willing to come down in price a little bit. Because if you're going to do that, you could bring Debo back if you were going to pay somebody $20 million.
Right.
And
absolutely.
And you see that's not happening right now either. So, no, I don't see it happening. I think you have to, you have to, turn every stone. That's what you have to do if you're Adam Peters. So just the fact that you're bringing people in to make this team better. But again, if they're looking at Washington as their payday, Not gonna happen. That's why Lindenbaum ended up in Vegas. You know, they did offer him. I do know that. I do know Romeo Dobbs was offered as well. They took the money, and that's their prerogative, and I don't have any issue with that. I think in the situation with Romeo, though, I think he really feels like he can be a number one there.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
And that
That's
getting
what that
paid
is.
more, and you can be the number one. That's a no-brainer.
He went to the
No-brainer.
Patriots, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He went to the Patriots.
Well, he won't be number one if they get AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Well,
what do you think about that, Lake? What do you think about that, Lake?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Me neither.
I think the Eagles would be flat out stupid to get rid of a player like
Very
that.
dumb.
And especially
let them do it. Let them do it.
You're right, Big Herb. We want them to do it,
but it would be
at the same time,
especially
they're
dumb.
not.
It would be especially dumb when you're bringing in a new offensive coordinator. You know, so you're bringing in the coordinator to fix those problems. Why would you move on from your greatest offensive weapon outside of Saquon or something?
Well,
You mean
the
that you just
reason
don't
why
do
is
that.
because they're going to get a king's ransom for him. That's why. That's the only way they're going to let him go. So the dumb one is going to be New England to give up a first and a second or something like that. So,
oh well, this on my spirit. You know, we all family here. Can we take 5 seconds for to stand in the gap for our brother? A moment of silence, just 5 seconds. We know what Brad endured today. So, you know, we family. I know it's a football show, but we also family. So can we take 5 seconds just to have a moment of silence? Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
Amen.
yeah.
Amen.
You know, that's never easy. I went through it with Janine's mom. You know, it was real tough. So yeah, man, that's what this show is about, you know, as far as leaning on each other and being there for each other. And I got a lot of great compliments off of last week's show. And you know, last week's show, y'all remember something similar just happened now. It was all kind of off the cuff. And people were just like, they love that about what we're doing here, because we're not faking anything. This is who we are as people. And you know, I have people come up to me at times and they mention you guys on first name basis. So it's like, you know, this thing is real. And I want everyone in here to understand and know your worth and importance. To fans today are a little different. And y'all know people are angry a lot and they want to argue everything and debate everything. And I always said,
You
it'd
mean
be nice
Philly
to be
fans?
able, right. It would. I
It
always
is
said
what it is.
it would be nice to have a program with fans first and foremost.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to have a program with fans where everyone's not yelling at each other and shouting over each other. We still can disagree. We do it all the time. You know, Gerard just was just beating on his chest about his center comment from 2 weeks ago, even though he's wrong. But
What was the comment?
the
Like, I
point-
missed it. What was the comment? I missed it.
Oh no, he just you know, Gerard was saying how look at the center situation now and look at what they did in the running back room, and it's obvious that running back room is taking on more importance, blah blah blah. And you know, it's some truth to that. I'm not going to even do that to you, Gerard. It's definitely some truth to that, but I still think they gotta get that center spot fixed.
They will.
So Eric,
I've been joking around all night, man. I'm here, yeah.
So just real quick before they pull you again, you know, who do you feel like is the most important free agent signing so far, and who do you feel like is going to be the most impactful one?
Chig, because he's another receiver, but you know, we've been ever since Jordan Reed, we've been missing a tight end. So I'd say Chig, because yeah, we don't have a wide receiver 2 right now, but I mean, he's really going to be production wise our wide receiver 2, unless Brandon Ayuk stays healthy the whole season. So Chig, and then probably, honestly, man, I was thinking Leo Chenal, but man, that DM we got from the Patriots, defense wise, I think he's going to really pop off for us.
Levon
Chason.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had 10 sacks on the season. I mean, regular season included with playoffs.
I mean,
Listen,
18
and
pressures
he's
in the
young.
postseason too. So I mean, that's crazy work.
Yeah, he's
It's
solid.
weird. He didn't
He's
have a whole
solid.
lot of tackles, Like It's weird. I saw stats. It's like regular season 7.5 or 8 sacks and like 18 tackles. I'm like, man, where was he at?
I mean, he came around. He's another one of those young
He's
guys
emerging.
that you're right, that his best football is ahead of him, not behind him. And that's what you have to like about what Adam's done. Again, I keep saying it over and over. The first year, I hope people understand that they had to go out and sign older free agents. They were trying to change a culture. So they signed a
Yep.
lot of older guys that were professionals that
Yep.
could come in and show guys how do you do it,
Mm-hmm.
not be in trouble, not wanting to be in the nightclub. They wanted to show you what it was to be a
Yeah.
professional. Now it's like, you know what? We need to get some younger guys that we can develop that are going to
Yeah.
grow here and whose best football is coming. It's
Yeah.
not behind them. So yeah, it was a
The X factor is going to be Rashad White. I mean, he could have 800 and some change rushing with this offense. Maybe if I'm thinking how it's going to be. And
multi-purpose yards. He could be 1,000-yard guy,
yeah,
multi-purpose wise.
Easily, very
I put a
easily.
bet saying that he
Easily.
could be 1,000 plus all. I
Yep,
mean, if they
very easily.
feature him enough,
And
which
you
I
still
think they
can't
will.
sleep on Bill. You
No,
still
you
can't
can't.
sleep on
You
Bill.
can't. You can't.
No.
And
Bill barely played, y'all, and had 800 yards.
Exactly.
Oh, I
You can't
know.
sleep on
I'm
Bill.
with you. I'm
And you
Team
know what I
Bill.
like? It's the competitive. It's like Adam and Dan said this from day one. We're going to have competition at each position.
Right. Every
And
position.
so I had a friend of
Mhm.
mine say, why did they go out and get, Rashad White? He might take Bill's job. I mean, if he takes Bill's job, then shame on Bill. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
what you
Real
want. You
talk.
want
Oh,
guys
well.
battling,
Oh
man. That's
well.
iron sharpens iron. So
Yeah.
so for the sake of the day, let's do this. We got about 15, and I wanted to play our little game, and have a question for you guys that everybody gets a chance to answer it. So to make this even better, I'm just the moderator. I'm just gonna throw the question out. I'm not gonna answer it because my answers are
Yeah,
always
because
fives.
Come
And that kind of
on,
man, look,
come
upsets
on,
and
man.
everybody.
We
I'm telling you,
know.
man, it's cheating
We
all the
know.
time, man. Them damn Penn State knitting lines, man.
Hey, come on, man.
Hey,
I
hey, hey,
know
hey,
it.
with the Penn
Lake,
State
Give
knitting.
bring
Mhm.
that
Give
heat,
Maryland
Lake.
was
Don't
close to the
don't
death
knock Tech
penalty.
off
Well,
now.
actually,
Bring
we
that
were
heat.
too. So let me stop. All right. So anyway, let's do this. Okay. So we're gonna have teams here, and what we'll do is I am going to throw the question out after we get your teams. But team one, and I'm gonna go down this way. I'm gonna go Miss Sheila, Shauno, Big Herb, and Miss Erica. Okay. Erica, I'm putting you on loan today because you always used to winning with me on here. So we're gonna help them out because they were a little salty. They never got a dub. So all right. So here we go.
Who
All right. So
won their horn
team
now?
so team two is Big Bud, Dave Fernandez,
Oh, we got it. We got it.
We
Oscar.
got it.
Okay, so Oscar and
Okay.
Eric. Okay.
Oh, it's a rat dog.
And
It's a wrap.
I'm running that 2-0 streak. So let's go.
All right. Come on. Don't go to sleep on me, tablet. All right. And then Eric. All right. Team three is going to be Marcus, Miss Jen, Ellison, and Little Herb. Okay.
Little
I'm sorry.
Herb.
I'm sorry. Little Gerard.
Little
Okay.
G.
All
Little
right,
G.
all right.
Okay. I'm so used to so just so you know, Herb's dad used to come on this show all the time, so
Oh, okay.
we had another father son tandem on there. So okay.
Word. That's what's up.
Lake about to have me like Isaiah Whitlock.
All right. And then team four, the final team of the day will be Big Gerard, okay, Miss Benet, Brandon, and my guy Greg Dashel. All right.
All right.
All right. Okay, so here we go. I got a bunch of them, but I want one that's going to really, really stump. I like to make sure your head hurts a little bit after these questions. So
I'm weak.
All right. Man, you know that the Penn State Georgetown education, it's got to be unlike Maryland. It's got to be real. So,
What the question?
Look here. We will not stand for any of that nonsense over here.
All right. How many wins would you consider a successful season to be for the Commanders? That's the question right there. I like that because it's simple.
I like that. Yep.
I think you've asked that question before.
I did, but it was
2 years
coming
ago.
in, but it was coming after the NFC Championship game.
Exactly.
A
Yeah.
big difference.
Right.
All right. So what we'll do is, and we have 10 minutes, and then we're off in 10. So this is fine. So we will start counterclockwise, order-wise. We'll go with team 4 first, which is Gerard, Brandon, Miss Benet, and Greg. All right. So the question again, everyone has the same question too. Okay. No chiming in. Everyone let team 4 get their answers in. Okay. So again, the question is, how many wins would you consider a successful season to be for the Commanders? So let's start with Greg.
10 for me.
10. All right. Okay. I like that. That's a good answer. All right. So let's go with Brandon.
Can you define successful? Or are we just saying like winning the division,
where
getting in the playoffs?
people aren't saying Adam got to go and
Right.
Dan Quinn got
Well,
to
you're
go.
happy with it.
Right.
Right.
12.
12.
12 plus. 12 plus. Yeah, 12 plus.
Okay.
Yeah. But 12 is ideal for me. Yeah.
Okay. Miss Benet.
Real quick, are we still looking at 17 games? Because I had heard they were going to go to
Yes.
18. So is it still 17?
It's 17.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with the same amount they won when they went to the championship. That was 12. Was 12? Was it 12-5?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
12.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Gerard.
A successful season for me where it would be happy improvement is 9 wins.
That's I'm with you on that one.
Okay. So 9 wins, Gerard says.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So I got your answers. Let's go with team. We'll mix it up. Let's go with team 2 here. Okay. So Big Bud, Dave Fernandez, Oscar, and Miss Erica. Okay. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Eric.
What are you
Okay.
trying to say, Lake? Come on, man.
I mean, you've been disappearing, man. So no, I'm just kidding. All right. So let's go with Big Bud first. Your answer would be
9.
9. Okay. Dave Fernandez.
My expectation is always high, but I'm gonna go with 9 as well.
Okay. Oscar.
I'm gonna call Mark Rippon's jersey number and say 11. Like 11 would be amazing. And dinner on me in London if you give me a 5.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Gotta bribe him.
Okay. All right.
Lake, when you're out,
Lake,
when you're out in LA, I'll take you to a really great spot down in Venice, man.
Okay. All right.
I like how you think, Oscar. I like how you think.
That works. All right. So Eric, how many wins? What you think?
Hey, look, I'll buy you the best salad in Scott's Edition, Lake. Nah, but I'm gonna say 11 plus because I think we'll sweep the Giants. I mean, I'd love for us to sweep the Eagles or the Cowboys, but we're probably gonna split. So division wise, we'll be 4-2. So I mean, we got 4 or 5 losses that we got to flirt with the rest of the way. So I'm hoping we win the division. I think the division's going to take 12 to outright win it this year. So I'm going to go with 11 plus.
Okay. Those are good answers. Very good answers. All right.
Hey, Lake, real quick, is this time?
No, but no, it's not. You say Eric got long-winded, huh? No, it's not.
I just wanted to see how long. I didn't want to cost my team any precious points because I took too long to talk.
We said before. I think the timer before was like 20 seconds, so it was about 30 seconds. He wasn't that bad.
Okay,
All right,
I just want to make sure I had some time. That's all.
Okay. Hey, see, he fitting in right well.
Yeah,
I
all
see.
Chinese,
He definitely
brother.
got his
Just like his
father's.
goddamn on
He
daddy.
got his father's dog in him for sure. All right, so let's go with team one here. All right. So we're going to start with Miss Sheila. What's up, Miss Sheila?
Hey, I'm gonna be the optimist on here.
Mhm.
Okay.
She gonna say 14.
I'm gonna say 13. 13.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
That's how I am. I think positive.
And there's
And we
nothing
got a
wrong
good
with
team.
that.
We got a good team coming in there this year. But from what I see, I think we should win 13.
Okay. All right. So 13 it is.
I like that.
All right. Sean O, you're up.
However many it takes to make the playoffs. So I'm going to say
Valid.
wild card 10.
10. All right. Not
I
bad.
was supposed to take one.
Not bad. All right. Big Herb.
Okay, so we're gonna be competing for the division. And honestly, I feel like Dallas is still gonna be trying to fight for that number one. Philly will take a fallback, and the Giants are still the Giants at the end of the day. And because Lake loves his double cooked shrimp and pork,
No
we're
shrimp.
gonna
No
go.
pork.
Oh, I'm
Shrimp.
sorry,
Shrimp.
double cooked shrimp, double cooked shrimp. We're gonna go with a 5, talking about 10 or 11 wins. I'm gonna go 11 wins.
Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. All right. We have Miss Erica.
Okay. I'm gonna have to agree with my teammate. I'm gonna probably say I like being an underdog. I like what we did in 2024. I ain't too big on us winning the division and then having it be a number one in NFC and having a bye. I want to go all out. So I'm gonna say about 9 or 10 wins.
Okay. So we gotta be one or the other, 9
Oh,
or
one or the
10.
other?
Yeah.
Oh, 10.
9. There
10.
you go. I'm going to say 9.5.
Okay. All right. 10.
Say
And
what
then I
time?
like the fact that there's no pressure on me to come up with an answer. All the pressure's on me to see who had good answers. So yeah,
Finally.
Yeah. You might not like that, Herb. You might not like your answer.
I know,
I'm
right?
just
This is
saying.
automatic. This is automatic
That's a
5
lot
going
of
to Lake. Like,
that's a lot of pressure.
And I'm going to tell you
about
what
that.
I think the magic answer is for me. Okay.
Yep,
So that'll work.
exactly.
Okay. All right. So let's go with team 3. And we have Marcus, Jen, Ellison, and Lil Gerard. So let's go with Miss Jen.
I'm so tempted to say what Miss Sheila said with 13, and I'm a total optimist. I'm sitting here thinking 14 wins, but I think personally people would be happy with anything above 10. So I'm going to say 12 is where we'll maybe definitely repeat what we did at the championship, but we may get more than that. I have a feeling with the people that we have now,
Come on in.
the talent for sure.
All right. So 12. Okay. All right.
I wanted to say 14, but I was like,
Okay.
I'm in Miss Sheila's camp, 100%.
I'd be happy with that.
I hope we get to sit together during a
All
game.
right. Sorry.
I know.
Freaking screen came up in my glasses.
Miss Sheila
Couldn't
and I are
see
gonna
it.
freak out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go with Little Gerard.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna say I'm speaking for me and for how I feel about the team. And for me, I'm gonna first off and say 10. 10 wins is a very acceptable winnings for this season. And the reason why is because, for one, as y'all know, this year, y'all, it's gonna be a very tough year for Washington. Washington got to play nothing but powerhouse teams. Even the Titans are not going to be easy to beat this year. So we still got to be realistic to know, can we really come away with a true win each and every game, or is it going to be a battle every game? So I think it's going to be a battle. So I give us 10 wins all day long. I'm happy with that. And it still keeps us in the mix if we want to go to the playoffs, if we want to try to do something with the division. 10 wins would be successful enough for me.
Okay.
He coming
All right.
hard. He coming hard.
Wait, can I rebuttal that though real quick?
No.
No.
Remember, it was my personal opinion. So you technically can't rebuttal on
no.
my opinion.
He on my
That's
team.
right.
Stay on your team.
Absolutely.
No
Absolutely.
rebuttals.
No
Okay.
rebuttal.
All right, so let's go with Ellison, and then Marcus will wrap it up for us. All right, so Ellison, what you think?
Successful season, I'm going 10. I'm going 10 for a successful season, but to get me off their neck, 12.
Well, it's one or the other. Which one?
It's 10. It's 10.
Okay,
It's 10.
okay.
They got a caveat in
Look
there.
at
Got
y'all
a
trying to get
caveat.
some wiggle room in there, squeeze an extra couple points for his team. Like, get me confused. All right. Okay, and then Marcus is our final person.
Yeah, so I just want to clarify. So you're saying basically what number of wins so that we don't feel like we got to fire the staff, fire the coordinators,
Yeah,
right?
what do you think is
Right?
success, like after
Success.
what they went through last year? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we have to make the playoffs. We have to make the playoffs to be considered successful. And I'm
So,
trying
so
to
what
figure
number would
out.
that be? That
Yeah,
probably be
that's what I'm
like
trying to figure out. What number? I want to say
11.
that, like, hey, if I'm gonna say this first, and then I give you a number. If it takes 8 wins for us to get to the playoffs, I will be happy with that. Right? As long as we're playing for competitive games. But if I have to give you a number, I think it's going to take at least 10 wins for us to get to the playoff. At least 10, for us to get there, I think.
Okay. Not bad. All right, so for me, I'm gonna say the winning number is 11. I think 11 is the number. And I say that because it's not good as the 12 that they had 2 years ago, okay? Where they, let's be honest, Hail Mary game, couple games, they pulled out rabbit out the hat, okay? Last year, there's no way this team was a 5-win football team if they had everybody healthy, okay? They probably would have been around that 10, maybe 11 mark, okay?
I can see that.
So I think this year, if they get 11 wins, that's taking them into the month of December, January, trying to compete for the division. Because I agree, 12 wins the division this year. So are they a team that can win the division? Possibly they can. And that would have to be 12 to get it. But I think when we're talking about success, where people see that they've turned the corner and they're getting back to their winning ways, I think the safe number is 11. That's just my own opinion. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So, like, for your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
for your own opinion,
it didn't weigh a factor into anybody's number because your
I know that,
team
but I'm
number
asking
just
a
added
question.
up. Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
asking. I'm asking a separate.
I got a question of Gerard.
Yeah. So, for your opinion, for a successful season from last year going forward, we won what, 4 games last year or 5? 5. So we need to win 7 more games than what we won last year just for us to be successful.
That's 12.
Most of
That
the
means
time,
6, but
That's
that's
what you saying.
12.
You
yeah,
saying
he
12.
said 6 more games.
Yeah.
No, you saying 7 more.
No,
You said 12.
5 and 7 is 12.
No.
You said 12 or 11?
He said
11.
11.
11. Okay, so 6 more games. Okay, I can almost see that. I guess how I look at it, so if we don't win, everybody's saying 11, 10, 12, or 13, or 14. So if we don't get to that mark, could we need to fire the coaches?
No.
You
I don't think
that's what
they
I'm
fire
saying.
them regardless. But
That's what I'm
I
trying to
think
say when you say
fans are
successful
gonna
from
say
last year
no.
for
Fans
the
are gonna.
coaching staff for Adam Peters.
You got to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
You got to make the
Hey,
playoffs.
man,
That's
that's
tough,
it.
man.
They have to, man. They have to. If they
So
don't,
you're gonna fire? So
I'm
you're gonna
saying
fire? You say you're gonna
no. Gerard, I'm not saying that they're going to get fired if they don't make the playoffs. I'm saying for the fan base, not people in this room, the majority of the fan base will lose their minds if this team doesn't make the playoffs, which means the record's probably not going to be good.
And honestly, 9 wins, dude, that ain't going to get you there. It's
It's
not going
not.
to get
It's
you
not.
there. It's not.
11 securely gets you in the playoffs.
Past two teams that won a Super Bowl won 14 games. The Seahawks won 14 games, and the Eagles won 14 games.
Yep.
And the NFC is definitely extending.
It's a powerhouse, man. And if you cannot get to the playoffs on 10 wins, you think they're going to go far in the playoffs on 10 wins? I don't think so.
And I'm going to say
for me,
it
that's
right
2
now.
separate questions. For me, it's 2 separate
Our
questions.
quarterback had one leg and one arm and no one to throw to. So there's that.
So the way
It's 2 separate questions.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this as media, we look at success as far as for instance, with the Giants, people are going to look at the Giants this year, and if the Giants double their win total from last year, which was 4, all they have to do is win 8 games. That will be a successful first season in New York. Okay. Because Washington went to the NFC Championship game 2 years ago, it puts a little bit more pressure. If they double their win total from last year, that's 10 wins. And yes, that does constitute success. It does.
It does.
But because they were in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago, and let's be honest, Gerard, if I were to ask you right now, is their team right now, without their draft pick, is this team right now on paper better than the team that went to the NFC Championship game 2 years ago? What would you say?
Yes.
Yes. It's way better, but let's be honest.
But I still didn't give them. But I didn't even give them the same win total, though.
Yeah, but
I came
because
down.
you can't because what little Gerard said. That season is just like this year. New England went as far as they went this year in the 49ers because of their schedule. Our schedule that we getting ready to play this year right here truly trumps everything what we did in 2024.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to be realistic with everything.
That's why I said what I said.
Technically, their schedule. No.
No, this year gonna be worse than what last year.
No. Listen,
Have y'all looked at the
listen.
schedule?
Hey,
Let him say it. Let him say it.
Y'all gotta look at the schedule.
The bell.
The shrimp
I'm
is here.
sorry. But I got you. I'm good.
But how many games do you think we would win, or we would have won last year if no one got hurt?
10 or more.
I mean, maybe 10. You never know.
Okay, we're back. So this is just this will be edited to come back to this. I just want to say that you have to understand their schedule, just from the rankings, their schedule is not worse than last year's schedule. This schedule, they finished 3rd in the division. They're not going to get a first place schedule. They're not.
Right.
But how many games do you think we would have won last year if no one got hurt?
So, but what I'm saying is their schedule. Gerard's saying their schedule's tough. I'm one of the guys that says this. There's no team in the NFL that has an easy schedule. Period.
Nope.
You have to do what you have to do. And the Patriots took care of business. They took care of business, though. I mean, and I don't like when people say the Patriots had an easy schedule when they had a quarterback that hadn't proven anything and a new coach coming in there. They took care of business. They did what they were supposed to. Okay.
They said the same thing.
Not to mention
it's still different.
They said the same thing about Washington when they were
and they were correct.
So this year's schedule is not as tough as last year's schedule. It's not. It's not. We can say that Tennessee is going to be better, which I do think they will be. 100%, I think they'll be better. But when I look around the league right now and I see all these free agent moves that were made, I think most teams look like they're going to be better.
They are going to be. Our division is going to be tough.
Hey,
our division
the Giants are not to be slept on.
Blake, I got to get this in real quick.
Yes.
I wanted to touch on what Little G said. He said, "Man, look at the teams like the Tennessee Titans." In my head, I'm thinking, well, they should be saying, "Well, dang, look at what Washington's doing. Look how tough they're going to be."
Well,
I mean, what did we hear about the Giants when they drafted Abdul Carter? Oh man, their D line's going to be. Oh man, something special, something scary. This great defense. Well, what did they do? They didn't do nothing. Abdul Carter should have been drafted in the 3rd round based on his production.
It all comes down to one thing, guys. It and ladies, of course. It comes down to one thing. Quarterback play.
Yeah.
That's it. We don't have to overthink this. It comes down to quarterback play. If Jaden is healthy for 17, right? If he's healthy for 17 games, I feel really comfortable that they could get to 11 wins. I do.
Hopefully, just 15.
I hope so. I want more than that.
Hopefully 15.
But Gerard, you just took the words out my mouth, and now hopefully this helps you in this argument.
Right.
If Jaden plays for 17 games, you should be disappointed if they only win 10 games.
Exactly.
Hello.
I won't be.
Imagine Jaden with a
I
Jordan
won't
Reed.
be.
We're about to see Jaden with a Jordan Reed 2.0 with
Yeah.
Chig.
I think it's all
That I
based on
want.
how
But
our division,
and
about
I,
the division
Thank you. You guys
is
are
strong.
underestimating
Our
other
division
Whoever
is
comes
teams.
strong.
out the division, if you're going to be a playoff team in
You got
today's
to beat the
football,
division. You
you
got to
got
beat them.
you have to win 11 games to
That's
secure
right.
your
Exactly.
spot.
What about division?
Oscar
What if they don't
only
win
when
11
they said
games?
11.
What if Eagles and Giants and what if they don't win 11 games? What
Then
if
you don't
they
care.
got a 9 or 10?
Listen,
Right?
listen. The Eagles
You
are a
don't
good
care.
football team, man, and it's
It's
gonna
going to be
take
in there.
12 wins to win the division. I don't
Don't
care who it
underestimate
is.
them. Don't
Yeah,
underestimate nobody.
Don't
yeah.
don't
The
underestimate
Giants
any of
to
those
me are
teams.
doubling their win total this year. They
Right.
won
Big
four
time.
games last year. They're gonna win at least 8 games this year.
If we are
And
healthy,
it doesn't seem like it's that hard to do. I mean, with what they've done. So if you're Washington, so I'll put this in perspective. And I talked about this week on my show. FanDuel, which is deadly accurate on a lot of stuff, man. It's just I don't know how they do
they
this.
got
Maybe
us
we're
winning
living in
7 games.
a multiverse or
That's
something we're
called
living in.
AI.
But
That's
the
the
thing is,
algorithm.
they did their over and under for the season.
Yep.
Washington was 7.5.
7.5. I saw
Do
that.
you know Tennessee and the Giants are 6.5?
We better than them.
Thank you, Miss Sheila. And my thing is, I have a hard time believing that the Tennessee Titans, even though I think they're going to be way better than they were last year, I have a hard time believing that somebody can convince me with what Washington's done and the fact they're going to have people coming back healthy that they're one game better than Tennessee.
Thank you.
I
if
don't
this
buy it.
team,
I
if
don't buy
we,
it at all.
if this team is healthy or relatively healthy, and we still have 5, 6 wins, yes, some people have to go. I'll say that absolutely, 100%.
100%. And that's what I said. So what constitutes success? And to me is
That's why I said 9 above 500.
I don't think
where the
people
people
would be
don't have to
happy
get
with that,
fired.
Gerard.
I
And
mean, the
I'm with you.
fans
I'm the
might not, but I
optimistic.
wouldn't fire the coaching staff.
No. But you had asked
That's what I'm
me.
saying.
You guys had asked me like, what do we mean by
I
success?
would.
And I just threw out there so people aren't running to the nearest bridge and saying get rid of the coach and get rid of the. I mean, they were just ready to get rid of Adam on Monday.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys, I was one of those.
Big Herb, Big Herb.
I was one of
Yes,
those.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you can't,
I was
you
one of
can't.
them.
So all I tell fans is that think with your head and not your heart, because
Not to
your
mention, you
heart
got
is
to
going to
realize.
lead you astray every
Now,
time.
I'm saying, and not to mention,
That's what y'all are doing.
That's what some of
and
y'all definitely doing.
I would say
mention,
this too, that we have to take in consideration. Yeah, on paper we look great.
Thank you. Come
We're
on.
doing
Thank
good.
you.
But
now.
but we have a new offensive coordinator that we don't know what he's going to run. We have a
That's
new
good.
defensive coordinator that we don't know what he's going to run. We only going about but what he's been connected to in the past. We don't
We've
know.
had in a long time.
All right, so
Not to
let me
mention,
ask you this:
just
is the
one thing.
offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, before they even do anything, do you guys have enough confidence in what you think they're going to be able to do to think that they're good for 2 wins themselves?
Yes.
Just themselves.
I feel more than
yes,
that. I feel they're
More
good for
than
more
that.
than that.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
well, Gerard,
I agree.
I go by the low end. I'm sorry. I always say go the lowest end possible as opposed to the highest end, just to play it safe. They're good for 2 wins themselves. Okay, so just hear me out on this theory. So if they're good for 2 wins, they won how many games last year? 5. Okay,
That's 7. That's 7.
so that's 7. How many a healthy Jaden low end good for 2 more wins, right?
But Jeremiah Love.
No. I'm just saying, just Jaden being healthy, good for 2 more wins, just being safe, right?
Right.
Easy.
Right. Now you at
at
9
least
Terry, you
wins.
got to include Terry in that too.
Wait, but hold on.
Hold
That's
on.
9
You can't do it
wins.
that way. You can't do it that way.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Roster, an improved roster on paper right now is good for 2 more wins.
4.
I'm also going to say this too, because we have to put into
That's 11.
consideration of
That's
who we're
11.
actually playing. We have to put into consideration who we're actually playing this year, because we're playing the NFC West as well.
I
So
tried
you
to
got
say
to play.
that. I tried to say that.
I'm the
You're
first
playing the
person that brought
Seahawks.
up the
You're playing the
schedule.
The Seahawks.
The
San
key word.
Seahawks are good. Seahawks got
What's
decimated.
name? The Rams and
Thank you.
Rams.
Can I
and
can
San
I
And
can
The
can,
Francisco.
can
key
I say
word. The
this?
key
Niners.
word in all of this.
Can I say this? When this team was healthy, when they were healthy, they went on the road in the playoffs and beat two teams that were superior to them.
Yeah.
And we had old
All I'm saying
players.
It's not
is,
about
Oh,
that though. That's not about.
I'm
That's
just
not
saying.
about
what is it about
2024.
then, Gerard?
No,
If
no,
you
what,
go when you
2024.
compete, what is it about outside of competing? What is
All
it
I'm
about?
saying, every year, we got two new coaches. We bringing a totally different thing from 2024. That's how I look at it. So, like I told the guys in the chat, we can't worry about 2024.
Mm-mm.
We can't worry about 2025.
Nope.
I
It's
wasn't
right
I
here's
wasn't
about
even thinking of
2000.
24 when I came up with 11
Me
wins.
neither.
I know that, but I'm just saying,
Didn't either.
though none of that stuff matters.
Well,
It
y'all
So,
was,
doesn't.
but
That's
y'all
why I
brought
never
up the
considered it.
NFC
I'm looking at
Championship.
what
so
they
what
have
I'm
on
saying is,
paper, and with a healthy roster,
right.
they should be markedly better than what they were
Yeah.
last year.
I feel
They
they
should be
will.
closer to the 2024 group than they were last year's group if you want to compare. But if you don't want to compare, this year's team right now on paper without their draft pick is
Right.
superior than their last 2 years.
I agree.
Period.
I
Thank you.
agree.
Thank
I
you.
get
Thank
when I said
And I still didn't give them 12 wins. I didn't go that far. I said
right.
11 because
So who
I'm
won?
going by the averages, the law of averages. For you to make the playoffs in the NFL, you have to win 11 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Oscar said 11. Just saying.
Unless you're in the NFC South.
Go
So
Oscar.
who
He's
won
got the
this?
dinner.
Eric,
He's got the dinner in London.
Jen.
So,
When one
so
over.
So
who
this is the thing. This is the
who
this
won
is
this
the group.
game?
This is the group.
Oscar.
I'm gonna tell you who won, but this is the group who went more than 11 wins. Not just 11, but 11 or more.
It was
It was
way high.
Sheila at 13. It was Big Herb at 11. It was Oscar at 11. Eric at 11. Jen at 12. Miss Benet at 12. Brandon at 12. And myself at 11. Okay. Then we had Shauno at 10. Erica at 10. Marcus at 10. Ellison at 10. Little Gerard at 10. Greg at 10. I'm telling you, if it's anything less than 10, it's going to be some trouble in Washington without question.
Thank you.
Who wants to
Without
lose
question.
7 or 8
Without
times? Like,
question.
that's what we should be asking. Who
Huh?
wants to watch our team lose 7 or 8 times? I ain't gonna be happy with that. I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
telling you, because if you it's 17 games. That means they would be 9-8 out of the playoffs, and people are going to start questioning, like, okay, are these
Right.
moves good? I think the moves have been outstanding, and I think it constitutes them to be better than 9 wins, in my opinion.
Gotta
But
have
we'll
some
have to see.
patience. You gotta
We'll
have
have
some
to see.
patience.
You do. You do. You
Can
do.
I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know, again, I'm young. I'm only 26. All of y'all are way older than me.
Hey,
So
hey,
y'all
hey,
see.
look, man. Hey, look, hey, look.
Hey,
Hey,
watch
hey,
it.
look,
Watch
we
it.
We gonna
Watch
keep it
it.
real.
hey.
Look, ain't
Hey, I'm
nothing wrong with
30,
getting.
little
Hey,
G.
let me say this: ain't nothing wrong with getting older. It's a blessing. If you
Oh,
can
I
say
wear
that
it
you are
well.
any
I wear
age,
it well.
if you can
Okay.
say that you are 40, 30, 50, 60, it's a blessing. I
Says
hope I can
somebody that
become
won't know
y'all.
that for
Okay.
like another 20 years.
All right,
Clean it up, Ray. Clean it
he
up.
definitely cleaned it up. He
So
cleaned it up.
what I'm trying to say is, y'all have seen a whole lot of football. Y'all have
Mhm.
seen the good, the bad, the ugly with Washington.
Mhm.
Okay, I've seen a small bit. Now, the small bit that I have seen, majority of it has been bad. So I
Mhm.
can tell you, I speak from the heart and the mind of knowing this team and knowing everything that they have been through the last at least 10, 15 years. And it's been awful. And what I could tell y'all is, we as a fan base, we are the ones that are always forced to be patient with this team. Okay, y'all? We always forced to be patient with them because they always giving us something that we really don't want. We'll have one good year, the very next year, no.
Terrible.
It happened again when we thought that JD5 is the savior, and he still is. Don't get me wrong now. He still is the savior, right? But he put us in a position that it made it look like we already had everything when we still don't. We still don't have
But we
everything
didn't
right
have
now.
we
Yeah.
didn't have everything but Joe Gibbs, and Joe Gibbs went to the Super Bowl. So
See?
that's my optimism. Okay, we went.
There
We
you go.
played.
Nah,
We
Joe
played
Gibbs had some Hall of Fame players,
But he
man.
had
Okay,
them
he
all.
did.
He had
He
them
did.
all.
Three
But we
different
also
Two wide
quarterbacks.
played. We
receivers.
all played a
You
half a
know.
year and went to the Super Bowl with Doug Williams.
The
So
diesel, the
okay,
I
so
also
diesel.
don't
I'm
think
gonna be
Cliff put
optimistic
Jaden in the
about
best
the whole thing.
position
But
to be
if
Okay.
we're
competing for.
thinking about right now,
Well,
if you think about
no, I'm just gonna think about the coaching, and I'm thinking about what I saw before and what I think I see in Jaden and the people that we picked and the way they're structuring things right now. So what I'm seeing is what I feel and what I see that is possible. Okay, so that's my thing.
I respect
Possible.
that. And
Okay.
I agree with you. I think it's very possible. I just also know my team. And I
Mm.
know that for what I have seen in my
I
life,
think it's possible.
they have so much up and down that I have to always
I
give
understand
them
that too.
wiggle room.
You know what's
We
wrong with this fan base, and I'm just gonna say it,
Oh, go
because
ahead.
I
Go ahead,
deal with
Lee.
it all the time.
Go ahead, Lee.
The problem with this fan base is
had two different kinds of people.
you want to be good,
But you
but you
don't
give
have it.
yourself wiggle room. You give yourself wiggle room if it doesn't happen. It's
Right.
always been that way. I told you so. This is a totally new regime.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
For what you've
Yeah.
seen in 3 years with this, well, 2 years with this regime is something you didn't see in the previous 40 years. Okay.
Exactly.
You didn't see any
You're
team
right.
sniff a
You're right.
championship game.
You're right.
So your expectations were raised for the second year of it. And they got hit
Got
with a
disappointed.
historic injury rate. Really,
But
they
hold up. But
did.
like,
Okay.
not to cut
Yeah.
you off, but we didn't
Mhm.
even have expectations the year that we went and did it. We didn't have no
Well, you should have
expectations.
had expectations
You should
because
have.
I
Yes,
Exactly.
sir.
We
you
got
disagree.
should
there.
have.
We
And the
ain't got no
reason why,
No,
expectations.
well, this is
Yeah, you
I
this is
should
what
have.
I tell
I
people
didn't
when
have
I'm
any
out there, and
expectations that first
you guys
year.
remember 2 years ago, I was
talk shit.
reporting what I was seeing with Jaden
Right.
Daniels was
Yeah,
something
Right.
I
I
had
remember.
never seen in my life.
Right.
And this will be my 17th year covering this team. Okay. I didn't
And how
see it
many
all.
wins did you pick back
And I
then?
picked
Like
them
I
to
remember your
win
prediction.
No,
12 wins.
Exactly. Thank
and
you.
Lake Stradamus.
I
But Lake
predicted it,
Stradamus, I just
and I
got
said
I just
because
And
they
how many
have
regular
a
season wins do they
quarterback.
have, Like
They won. They
12-5.
won. They were 12-5. And I
There you
said
go.
this. I predicted them to beat Tampa. I predicted them to beat Detroit. I'm telling you guys, when you have that
The time.
quarterback
Quarterback.
position
Yeah.
taken care of, you can go into every Sunday with an opportunity to win a game. Are they going to win every game? No, we know
No.
that. But this
I
is the
agree with
thing.
that.
They're going to win more than they lose. And
Mm-hmm.
if you win more than you lose, that means you're going to win 9 games, 10 games, 11 games, or more. But when you have a quarterback that is
Got that fire.
arguably the best player on the field when
Mhm.
healthy most of the time, give yourself a couple more wins. All
Can I
I'm
can I
saying
can I
is,
can I say
Also,
this?
there's an element of surprise now with
If we win
Cliff being
11
gone.
games and do not make the playoffs, we're still going to be mad.
Yep.
yeah, but that,
I
but,
That's
just
but,
want to
true.
but,
say
but
this. I just
I
want to say
can
this real
assure
quick
you they're
because
not going to win 11 games and not
I,
make the playoffs. They're
I
going
just
to,
want to say this. Just want to
yeah.
say this real quick because I gotta get ready to leave.
Mhm.
Lil G, you sound identical to your dad to the
He
point where it's
sure
scary.
does. He
It's
sure
scary.
does.
Because I was like, okay, which Gerard is talking? But
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
both, but
yeah,
you guys
yeah.
have a valid point, and I just want to say thank you guys
Oh
for letting
yeah.
me on again
They
this week. I'll catch
absolutely
up with
have
y'all
valid
next week.
points. There
I
is,
appreciate
Yeah,
that. Thank you, Big Herb.
Everybody
Nice meeting you,
does.
yeah.
man.
Okay,
salute,
then
salute.
Yes,
what's your
sir.
winner?
Look,
So I gotta
okay,
go
so real quick, winning team tonight was team one.
Yay!
Team one had
See,
44
I told you
points.
how great. I told you how great we are.
Team
Number
All
team
one.
right.
four, team four,
Finally.
yeah, team four
All
had
right.
43 points.
That's
How
good.
many?
Team
I'll take that.
team four had 43 points. Team three had 42 points. Team two had 40 points. And I'll say this. Team two had the only two people that had nine. Well, no, Gerard said 9 wins too. So it was
Yeah.
3 people that had 9 wins. And again, that's still a winning record.
Mhm.
And again,
Might not
there
be the
is no
playoffs.
wrong answers here. I
It's
just
Yeah.
like to
not.
have like a kind of
No.
like a, what do
I
you
saw
call it?
your question is wrong. I mean,
Any teachers in
I
here?
read your question wrong. I
Any
read your
teachers
question
in here?
wrong.
Any
Any
teachers
what
in
teacher?
the group?
No.
Teachers? No.
Mm-mm.
What do you call it when you have the curve? The
Bell
The
curve.
bell curve.
bell curve. Bam. There
Yep.
you go. Yeah. So the bell curve to me was
Yep.
like 11. And I thought about 10. I did. But I just
Mhm.
think this team should be competing for a playoff spot.
Right.
And I just think when you look at the averages, the playoff number is 11 to get to the playoffs this year, especially in the
Don't you think,
NFC,
though,
because it's going to
don't
be
you think
tough.
that they figured
See you
out a
later.
little bit of what Cliff was doing, and the element that they don't know what
They
David
ain't gonna
Blau
have
is going to
Cliff.
do
Right.
is going to be helpful also to us?
100%, because it was helpful
That's not
2
just
years ago
offense,
with
but
Cliff,
defense
remember?
Plays
too.
that Cliff was calling, those
Exactly,
plays was
Erica.
really helpful
Exactly.
to keep Jaden healthy. He was running for
Absolutely.
his life.
He's going to be
had
under
no
center.
defense.
I
We
think
had
we're
no
going into
defense
it.
for 2 years.
I think we're
Thank
going
you.
into it with a
Well,
leg up because nobody knows what we're going to do.
You're
Nobody.
right,
and you
Erica.
know what?
That's
And
right.
I do want to say this about the defense, because they were tragic last year. We
They
know
were
that.
both
Oh,
years.
But
2
but
years.
they weren't
Non-existent.
really good in
but you know what?
24
But you
either.
know what though? Cliff didn't do the defense any favors with his play
No.
calling.
No, he
Nope.
didn't.
When you're
At
3 and
all.
out passing the
Mm-mm.
ball over and over and over, and the defense already isn't that good,
Mhm.
what do you think's
Right.
going to happen?
That's right.
So
Worse. Get worse.
David Blau
Yeah.
and Durante, knowing,
100%.
having coached with each other already and knowing
Yeah.
each other, have said they're
Right.
going to complement each other. That stuff
That's why
helps.
I think they're good for 4 more games, not 2.
All
Well,
right.
you know what? I'm not going to argue with you, because I'll tell you what, I give my predictions early. Once I see these guys early in camp, I will tell you what I think.
What you
But I
see.
can just tell you on paper right now, they're definitely able to double their win total from last year. Okay, at bare minimum.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Tell
10.
that
Yeah,
tell that to the
that's
national
that's
media.
Thank
the
you.
floor.
Thank
That's
you.
the
Well,
floor.
See, like
10 plus
Durante
wins, y'all.
hasn't
10 plus
had
wins.
Durante
Tell
hasn't
it.
had this much talent either on defense to coach.
I mean,
That's
you
Man,
the
don't
I'm
right
think they
telling you,
gave
guy.
him? You
if
don't
that
think they?
defense is average, they're going to win more than 10 games.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I mean, but you don't think they gave Durante like, hey man, go get those boys? I mean, look
100%.
what we got. We got some
Yeah.
dogs, man.
Man,
We
you know
got some
those were
good
his
dogs.
picks. You know those were
Of
his free agent
course.
signings.
It was more than
And
just
Yeah.
Josh Connerly. A little
Yeah,
more than
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm telling
yeah.
you. I'm telling you. I think we're all optimistic here, and I think we
Mhm.
all are optimistic that this team's going to be better than what they were
Oh,
last year.
absolutely.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I think by
I think they'll
default
be
they
better
should
for
they
her.
should be able to just roll out the bed and be way better than last year if they're healthy. Simple as that.
That's
So
it.
wait,
And
Yes.
the fact that no one knows what we're going to do on either side of the ball, so we should
That's
have
the thing.
advantage
Yeah.
before the tape gets out there. And
That's
if we
true.
can't win games based off of that,
Right.
we're in trouble.
Because how many
100%.
times did you have the feeling like, wait a minute, they're playing like they know what we're gonna do?
Every
Why is
game.
that?
You know
Hey,
what?
remember,
Every
Dak
snap,
Prescott
every
said it
game.
in an interview.
the second half.
I can say this. Last year, even when we started, even when majority of players was healthy, besides Terry, right?
Mhm.
I think Terry, did he start first game?
He did. He
He
did.
did.
But
The Giants
Even
game,
didn't
then,
play that much.
they
even
looked the
then,
best against the Giants in
it
week
didn't
one. They
look
still were not good.
it didn't look cohesive to me when they came
No.
out.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell that they didn't practice like they did. You can tell that I think they just took everything for granted, like it was just gonna come easy for them. That's what it
Well,
looked like to me.
I wouldn't. So that's a great point, Erica. And I'll say this: I think that they didn't understand that now they were going to be hunted. They were
Right.
no longer the hunters; they were hunted. And then you had this quarterback that was everywhere on national media, winning awards. People competitive as pros, and they're like, "I'm coming for you now." And now they can kind of go back into the role of people aren't expecting too much outside of this area, of course. A lot of people aren't expecting too much, and now you can catch people off guard. And now you have two coordinators who want no more than to prove that they belong in their roles. So they're going to be coming at
But
people's
what if our
jugglers.
defense is 75% as good as Houston, except we have Jaden, not CJ?
Yeah, well, I'll say this though with a straight face, they ain't not going to be as good as Houston's.
I'm saying like if they're just like, I'm not saying 100. I'm just saying like if they're
Couple
even
tiers
average.
Oh no, I said it. They just need to be average. And
Well, they're going to be better than they were in
they're
2024.
going to be better than average to me. I just think the pieces they have on defense
They're better
should
now
make
than
them
when we won
top
when we
12,
went into the championship.
13.
They're
Yeah.
better today.
Well,
Yes.
you do realize that that defense was ranked 12th overall when they went to the NFC Championship game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You
But we
get back
got
to
younger and quicker.
you get in that range like 10 to 15 defensively, man.
Yeah.
You should have a good year. Gerard, what were you gonna say?
Okay, so quick statement.
Every night.
So what's everybody's high? Like when I heard your question, I took it as that's my low. My lowest thing for me to be a successful
what you're saying.
season
I
is
see what you're
9.
saying. I see what
Now,
you're saying.
if you
12.
asking me what I want to win or what I think the greatest thing going to be, yeah, I'm gonna go 12, 13, 14. But you asking what do I think is going to be a successful season,
Like the bare
where I'm going to
minimum.
be okay, where I can see improvement,
Yeah, that's your
and I
bare
can have
minimum.
faith
That's your
and
bare
believe in
minimum.
this
minimum.
team. So
Yeah.
my question to everybody who said 12, 13, 14 is if that's y'all bare minimum, what's y'all high? 17 and 0? What's
I'm
your
just gonna
high?
say 12-12.
I hope my
I'm
question. What's your
saying
high?
12 all the way around.
Okay, so
16
Gerard,
is
that's a
high
fair.
and low is
But
12.
Gerard, that's a great question. And Brandon,
It is a good
you were
question.
Brandon was
It's
around when I
anything
did this.
possible.
You
Yeah, I
remember
was here.
you remember when I said they were going to win 12 games, and but we
100%.
I remember. I was
every
there. You talk
we
about
broke every game
2024.
down,
Yeah,
and I
Gerard
had
was there.
I was
14
there.
wins, and I
Yeah,
said
you
there's
did
no
say
way.
14.
I said there's no way they're going to get
We
14.
should have
So
beat
I'm going to take a
Pittsburgh. That
couple.
was
I'm
a
going to take a
game that we
couple
should have
away from
lost.
them,
Yep, Michelle.
and I
Yep.
gave them 12.
12. I remember
Okay.
that.
I
So
remember.
what
Yeah,
I'm
Gerard
saying
was on
now
there.
is I took away, for me, I think this team can be better than the team 2 years ago.
Exactly.
100%.
And they won
100%.
12 games. So for me to play it safe, I will say this. Bare minimum, this team should win 10 games. Bare minimum.
Thank
I
you.
can see
And
And I
that.
that's what
agree
I
with
said.
with
No, at
y'all.
least.
I
At
agree with y'all.
least.
I was
But
going
at
to say 10.
least, but I
That's what
think
I said.
But they got to
realistically,
make the playoffs.
if
They
everything
gotta
is
make the
going the
playoffs.
way it should go and they're healthy and they can keep their quarterback healthy, this team's capable of pulling off 12, 13 wins again.
Right.
They might do
They,
50. Shoot.
100%.
but I said 11 to be safe because I know there's people watching this.
Right.
They're going to be
Yeah,
like,
because the
y'all
other team's
pushing
going to
that
be good too,
Kool-Aid
you
again.
guys.
Yes, they
Our
are.
whole
I ain't
division
drinking no
going to be
Kool-Aid.
better.
I'm
Lake,
I'm not
sorry.
worried about
can
the
you
other
repeat
teams.
this
I'm
after
worried
you
about this
start
team
watching
here, and
training
that's how
camp?
you
Yeah,
have to
but I
look
After
at
you
it.
understand
see
that
training
because we
camp.
fans. We're going to
Okay,
say
but
that.
injuries is going to neutralize any advantage anyone else has.
Hey, let me
You got to
ask
take
one
that into
question
consideration
before it
as well.
Yeah.
goes.
Exactly.
Everybody have a good evening.
11
Have a good
wins.
Bye,
weekend.
It's been a
Have a
pleasure.
good
Nice
one.
meeting you,
Yeah,
Miss
we do.
Sheila.
We should wrap it up though. But listen, I mean, this is what we do. We could do this all day, all night.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
We'll pick this up again next week because
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all
rolls.
for having me.
We need you to
Thank
come
you.
back in here with us
That'll
now
be
that y'all.
good.
Yes.
You
Hey,
Yeah,
know
come
it.
back on, man.
Don't worry,
Come
I'll
back
be
on.
back. I
Lake,
I
appreciate
tell
y'all,
people
man. I
we're
appreciate all the
not a
love,
gang,
man.
but
training camp starts,
you've
can
been
you
jumped in
redo your
electronically.
quotes? I mean, your
Okay. All right. Hey,
All right,
man. God
everybody
bless
have
all
a great
y'all.
weekend though. Okay.
God bless you,
Thank
bro.
you, Lake.
All right, y'all
Thank you.
take
Y'all
care
good
now.
one.
All right,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye
All
bye.
right, bro.
Bye.